You have probably heard that orange juice is good for you. It is packed with vitamin C, right? But what if I told you that drinking it with the wrong foods could silently spike your blood sugar, and you might not even realize it until it is too late? For older adults, even one sudden spike in blood sugar can lead to fatigue, brain fog, and long-term health risks. And yet, many of us unknowingly pair orange juice with foods that make the situation even worse. In this video, I am going to share 3 specific foods you should never eat with orange juice because together they can send your blood sugar through the roof. These are common breakfast items, the kind you may be eating every day, but they could be silently sabotaging your energy, your focus, and even your heart health. And here is the good news. Once you know what these foods are, you can make simple changes that protect your body, stabilize your energy, and help you feel better all day long. So if you care about your health, and especially if you or someone you love is managing diabetes, prediabetes, or just wants to age well, stay with me. Let us walk through these 3 dangerous combinations together, and then I will show you what to do instead. Why blood sugar spikes are especially dangerous as we age. As we get older, our bodies change in ways we do not always see. And one of the most important changes happens in how we process sugar. When we are younger, our bodies are better at handling occasional spikes in blood sugar. But as we age, our insulin response tends to slow down. That means sugar stays in our bloodstream longer, which can lead to inflammation, fatigue, and even damage to our blood vessels over time. For many older adults, these blood sugar swings are happening daily, especially in the morning, and they can affect everything from your energy levels to your memory, your mood, and even your heart health. Let me tell you a quick story. My neighbor Linda, she is 72 years old, active, always has a smile. For years, she started her morning with a glass of orange juice and a bran muffin. She thought she was making a healthy choice, but she kept feeling dizzy before lunchtime, lightheaded, sluggish, sometimes anxious. Her doctor finally suggested tracking her blood sugar. And guess what? Her levels were spiking every morning and crashing by midday. She was shocked. All I had was juice and a muffin, she said. How could that be bad? The truth is, it was not the juice by itself. And it was not just the muffin. It was the combination, both high in sugar, both fast to digest, and no balance of protein or fat to slow things down. That kind of blood sugar spike might not cause immediate pain, but over time, it adds up. So if you've ever felt tired, foggy, or irritable after what seemed like a healthy breakfast, you are not alone, and you are not doing anything wrong. You just might need a small shift in your routine, and it starts with knowing what not to pair with that morning glass of orange juice. The truth about orange juice. Orange juice has been a breakfast staple in American households for generations. It is bright, refreshing, and it just feels like a healthy way to start the day. And in some ways, it is. Orange juice does contain vitamin C, potassium, and antioxidants, all important nutrients, especially for aging bodies. But here's the part most people do not realize. Even though it comes from fruit, orange juice is still a concentrated source of sugar. And when we say concentrated, we mean it. One standard 8-ounce glass of orange juice contains about 22 grams of sugar. That is more sugar than you would find in a small candy bar. And unlike whole fruit, juice has no fiber, so your body absorbs that sugar very quickly. This fast absorption causes a sharp spike in blood glucose levels. It is like sending a sugar jolt straight into your bloodstream. For younger adults, the body may handle that spike fairly well. But for older adults whose insulin sensitivity is often reduced, that same sugar hit can be much harder to manage. Here is something else to consider. When you drink sugar in liquid form, like juice or soda, your brain does not register it the same way as when you eat solid food. That means you are more likely to feel hungry again sooner, even though you just consumed a lot of calories and sugar. So, while orange juice might seem like a healthy choice, it can actually set you up for an energy crash just a couple of hours later, especially if you pair it with other high sugar or high carb foods. Now, I'm not saying you have to give up orange juice completely, but it is important to understand what you are really putting in your body, my mom, though, and what you are pairing it with. And that brings us to the heart of this video. The 3 common foods you should never eat with orange juice. These combinations are incredibly common at breakfast, but they are also the fastest way to spike your blood sugar without even realizing it. Let us break them down, one by one. And I promise, I will also give you some better options you can start using right away. Food number 1, white bread or toast. Let's start with something simple, white bread. Maybe it's a slice of toast with a little butter. Maybe it's part of your breakfast sandwich. It feels harmless, right? But when you pair white bread with orange juice, it's a combination that can quietly spike your blood sugar and leave you feeling worse as the morning goes on. Here's why. White bread is made from refined flour. That means it's been stripped of most of its fiber, vitamins, and minerals. What's left breaks down quickly into sugar once it hits your digestive system. Your body treats it almost the same way it would treat candy. Now picture this. You have that slice of white toast in one hand and a glass of orange juice in the other. 2 fast digesting carbs, both low in fiber, both high in sugar or starch, and both entering your bloodstream at the same time. What does that do? It causes a sharp spike in blood sugar. At first, you might feel okay, even a little energized, but within an hour or two, that energy fades. You may start to feel tired, lightheaded, or even anxious. And your body, now on a sugar roller coaster, will likely crave even more carbs to bring your energy back up. For older adults, these kinds of blood sugar swings aren't just uncomfortable. They're dangerous over time. They can increase your risk for type 2 diabetes, memory issues, and even heart disease. So what's the solution? You don't have to give up bread altogether. Just switch to whole grain or sprouted grain bread. The extra fiber slows digestion and helps prevent those spikes. Even better, add a little protein like an egg or some almond butter to keep you full and balanced. Food number 2, sugary breakfast cereals. Now let's talk about something that shows up in a lot of American kitchens, our breakfast cereal. It's quick, it's easy, and let's be honest, it's been part of our routine for decades. But if you're pouring yourself a bowl of sugary cereal and drinking a glass of orange juice on the side, your body is getting a sugar overload before the day even begins. Most breakfast cereals, especially the ones that are colorful, crunchy, or even labeled heart healthy, are packed with added sugars and refined carbohydrates. They may look innocent in the bowl, but once you eat them, your body digests them fast and turns them into sugar almost instantly. Now think about this. A typical bowl of cereal can have anywhere from 10 to 20 grams of sugar. Add a glass of orange juice, which has about 22 grams of sugar on its own, and suddenly your morning meal has over 40 grams of sugar. That's more sugar than you'd find in some donuts. And here's the problem. It's not just about how much sugar, it's how fast your body absorbs it. These are high glycemic foods. That means they cause a sharp rise in blood sugar followed by a crash. You might feel a boost of energy right after eating, but within a couple of hours, you're tired, irritable, or craving more food, often more sugar. For seniors, this daily sugar spike can quietly wear down your insulin sensitivity and increase the risk of type 2 diabetes, weight gain, and even memory decline. So what's a better option? Try switching to old-fashioned oats. You can cook them plain and add your own toppings, maybe a sprinkle of cinnamon, a few chopped nuts, or a few fresh berries. Or Go with unsweetened Greek yogurt. It has protein, probiotics, and it won't send your blood sugar on a roller coaster. The goal isn't to give up your favorite flavors, it's to give your body the balance it needs to feel good all day. Food. Number 3, muffins or breakfast pastries. Now let's talk about something that feels like a treat. Muffins or breakfast pastries. Maybe it's a blueberry muffin, a bran muffin, or a buttery croissant. Pair it with a glass of orange juice, and it might even feel like a relaxing cafe-style morning. But here's the truth. That combination is one of the worst for your blood sugar. Most store-bought muffins and pastries are made with refined white flour and a lot of added sugar. In fact, some muffins have just as much sugar as a slice of cake. And croissants? They're loaded with starch and fat, but very little fiber or protein. Now take that muffin and wash it down with orange juice. What happens? You're giving your body 2 forms of fast-digesting carbohydrates. Sugar from the juice and sugar plus starch from the pastry. That means your blood sugar shoots up quickly and crashes not long after. The result? You might feel full at first, but soon you're tired, sluggish, or craving more sugar. And you may not even connect it to what you had for breakfast. For older adults, that daily spike and crash pattern can increase the risk for diabetes, weight gain, inflammation, and even cognitive issues over time. So what can you do instead? If you love something sweet in the morning, try a better version. You can make your own muffins at home using almond flour, oats, or other low glycemic ingredients. And cut back on the sugar, or skip the pastry and enjoy a protein-rich option like cottage cheese with a few berries or a boiled egg with a slice of avocado toast. You don't have to give up flavor or comfort. You just need to give your body the balance it needs to stay strong, steady, and energized. One bite at a time. What you should eat with orange juice. Now that we know which food combinations to avoid, let us talk about what you can do. The truth is, you do not have to give up orange juice entirely. If you enjoy it, you can still make it part of a healthy morning, as long as you pair it with the right foods. The key is simple. Balance your breakfast with protein, fiber, and healthy fat. These slow down digestion and help your body absorb the natural sugars from orange juice more gradually. That means fewer spikes, more stable energy, and less strain on your system. Here are a few better combinations that work well with orange juice. 1. Scrambled eggs with whole grain toast. Let's start with one of the simplest, most satisfying breakfasts you can make. Scrambled eggs with a slice of whole grain toast. Eggs are a fantastic source of high-quality protein. They're rich in important nutrients like vitamin B12, choline, and healthy fats, all of which help support brain function, muscle strength, and balanced energy levels. For older adults, that protein also plays a key role in keeping blood sugar stable. Now, pair those eggs with a slice of whole grain toast, not white bread, but something with real fiber. Whole grains digest more slowly, which means they don't send your blood sugar soaring like refined flour does. When you combine protein from the eggs with complex carbs and fiber from the toast, you create a breakfast that digests gradually, giving you steady energy, keeping hunger away, and reducing the impact of any natural sugar in your orange juice. This is a smart, balanced way to enjoy your favorite morning drink without worrying about that sugar crash later on. And the best part? It's easy to make. Just scramble 2 eggs, toast 1 slice of whole grain bread, and enjoy them with a small glass of orange juice. You can even add half an avocado or a few cherry tomatoes for extra flavor and nutrients. It's simple, it's filling, and it works with your body, not against it. 2. Almond butter on whole grain bread. If you're short on time in the morning but still want a healthy, blood sugar friendly breakfast, here's a great option. Almond butter on whole grain bread. Almond butter isn't just delicious, it's full of heart-healthy fats, fiber, and plant-based protein. It also contains magnesium, which plays an important role in regulating blood sugar and supporting nerve and muscle health. Two things that become even more important as we age. Now, let's talk about the bread. Choosing whole grain or sprouted grain bread is key here. Unlike white bread, it's full of fiber, which slows digestion and helps prevent blood sugar spikes. That fiber works hand in hand with the healthy fats in almond butter to create a much slower, steadier rise in your blood sugar after eating. So if you enjoy a glass of orange juice in the morning, this simple combination, whole grain bread with almond butter, helps your body handle that natural sugar in a more balanced way. You'll avoid the energy crash, feel satisfied longer, and support your metabolism at the same time. And the best part? This breakfast takes less than 5 minutes to prepare. Just toast the bread, spread 1 to 2 tablespoons of almond butter, and you're ready to go. If you want a little extra boost, you can even sprinkle a few chia seeds or sliced banana on top. It's quick, it's nourishing, and it keeps your blood sugar and your morning nice and steady. 3. Cottage cheese with fresh berries. If you're looking for something cool, refreshing, and easy on the stomach, cottage cheese with fresh berries is a wonderful breakfast option, especially when you want to enjoy orange juice without the blood sugar roller coaster. Cottage cheese is high in protein and low in carbohydrates, which makes it a smart choice for steady blood sugar. The protein helps slow digestion, keeping your energy more stable and helping you feel full longer. It also supports muscle health, which becomes even more important as we age. Now, when you add fresh berries, like blueberries, strawberries, or raspberries, you get a touch of natural sweetness along with fiber and antioxidants. Berries are one of the best fruits for blood sugar control because they're low on the glycemic index, meaning they won't cause a sudden spike. So how does this help if you're drinking orange juice? Well, by combining a high-protein food like cottage cheese with a fiber-rich fruit like berries, you're giving your body a strong foundation. This slows down how quickly the sugar from orange juice enters your bloodstream, helping you avoid the spike and, more importantly, the crash that usually follows. It's a simple, no-cook breakfast that takes less than 5 minutes to prepare. Just scoop a serving of cottage cheese into a bowl, top it with a handful of berries, and enjoy it alongside a small glass of orange juice. It's creamy, naturally sweet, and gentle on your system. A perfect way to start the day with energy and balance. 4. Greek yogurt with chia seeds and walnuts. If you enjoy a creamy, spoonable breakfast, Greek yogurt with chia seeds and walnuts is a smart and satisfying choice, especially when you're drinking orange juice. Let's start with the yogurt. Greek yogurt has nearly double the protein of regular yogurt. That protein slows down digestion, balances blood sugar, and helps you feel full longer. It's also a great source of calcium and probiotics, which support bone strength and gut health, both especially important as we age. Now, when you add chia seeds, you're getting a powerful boost of fiber and omega-3 fatty acids. These tiny seeds absorb liquid and form a gel-like texture in your stomach, which helps slow down the absorption of sugar into your bloodstream. In other words, they act like a natural buffer against that sugar in your orange juice. Top it off with a few chopped walnuts. Not only do they add a satisfying crunch, but they also bring in healthy fats and antioxidants that support heart and brain health. This combination of protein, fiber, and healthy fat creates the perfect environment for your body to process sugar more gently. So even if you're enjoying orange juice with it, your blood sugar is much less likely to spike. It's quick to prepare, easy to digest, and endlessly customizable. You can add a few berries, a dash of cinnamon, or even a spoonful of almond butter to make it your own. So if you're looking for a no-fuss, blood sugar-friendly breakfast that pairs well with orange juice, Greek yogurt with chia seeds and walnuts is a choice you can feel good about. One small change: a lifetime of difference. So, here we are. We've talked about the breakfast combinations that can silently spike your blood sugar, and we've explored simple, healthier ways to enjoy your mornings without giving up what you love. Now, let me leave you with something deeper, because this isn't just about orange juice. It's not just about cereal or toast or muffins. It's about the choices we make every day, the ones that seem small but shape the quality of our lives as we grow older. For many of us, breakfast isn't just a meal. It's a ritual, a quiet moment before the day begins, and it deserves to be nourishing, not just for the body, but for the soul. If you've spent years doing things a certain way and now you're learning it might not have been the best for your health, that's okay. Give yourself grace. We've all been there. You weren't doing anything wrong. You were doing what you knew. And now, you know more. That's the beauty of growing older. You become wiser. You start to see how the little things matter, how energy in the morning affects your patience, how clarity of mind helps you enjoy conversations with your grandkids, how stable blood sugar means fewer aches, better sleep, and more joy in your day. Changing your breakfast isn't about giving something up. It's about choosing to feel better, to move through your day with steadiness instead of spikes, to protect the body that's carried you this far and give it the care it deserves. And if you're thinking, is it really worth it, just changing what I eat with my orange juice? My answer is yes, 100 times yes. Because one small shift done daily adds up over time. That's how real change happens, not through dramatic overhauls, but through gentle, consistent care. So tomorrow morning, when you reach for that glass of orange juice, just pause. Ask yourself, what can I pair this with that supports my body, not stresses it? Maybe it's scrambled eggs. Maybe it's Greek yogurt. Maybe it's a quiet choice you make just for you, because you're worth the effort. And you are. You're worth the effort. You're worth the energy. You're worth waking up to a morning that leaves you feeling good, not drained. Thank you for spending this time with me. If this video helped you, please share it with someone you care about, a spouse, a friend, a neighbor, because we all deserve the chance to feel our best no matter what age we are. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell, because in our next video, we'll uncover 5 sneaky sources of sugar hiding in healthy foods that most seniors eat every day without knowing the risks. Until then, stay wise, stay well, and remember, your health is not just about years in your life, but life in your years.